All right. Welcome, everybody, to Thrive Talk, where we explore the secrets of living a kick butt life. I'm Gary Schreiner, and today my guest is Autumn Clifford. Welcome, Autumn.
Hi, Gary.
It's great to have you on today.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here. I'm excited.
Yeah, so am I. These are always fun, so that's great. Well, I could introduce you with what I know, but I think it's better if you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you know more than I do.
A little bit, right? So,
yeah.
About me anyways. So a little bit about me. So I've been a law enforcement officer for the past 5 years. And, but I have changed my gears, switched gears, and I have built a business being an intuitive business coach. And it's been the best experience of my life, to be honest with you. So I'm excited. I love what I do. Awesome. I jump out of bed every single morning. I went from a time in my life where I just really wasn't feeling as passionate as I was, and I'm making the transition to get out of it full time. And I'm telling you right now, it's been the best thing ever. So.
Great. So, well, first of all, what is an intuitive business coach?
What is an intuitive business coach? Yes. So,
so
I'm a business coach, right? So I teach women. I work specifically with women, and I teach them really how to build a business that they can depend on, that will last and thrive. Thrive. You like that? Will thrive.
I love that.
Will thrive for years to come. That's what I do. But what I also do, so I'm really big on bringing our body, soul, and minds into alignment. And I work with like the laws of attraction, manifesting, and all of that. I have crystals, so like I'm always surrounded by my crystals. Like I always have stuff. Yeah, I know.
Gotta have that positive energy, right?
Yes. And I rely heavily on my intuition, and I teach my followers and my clients to do the same, because I feel like a lot of people, like when I started work, when I just kind of like got into the workforce, like I thought the harder we worked, the more successful we were going to be. And
that's what we're taught, right?
Yes. And it doesn't have to be that way.
Okay. So,
yes.
Yeah. So then so you were in are you still in law enforcement and transitioning, or are you out?
Yeah. So so this is the thing. It's like, I don't know if I'm ever going to fully, truly be out of it, because, I'm an instructor at our State's Academy, and I love it. Like, cool. I love to teach. I get in there. I get to teach cops how to fight, because I'm a defensive tactics instructor. And so,
I love that.
Yeah, so it's so fun. So like all these guys are like, "What's this chick gonna teach me?" And I'm like, "Listen up." So,
I'm gonna knock you on your can.
So I have fun doing that, and but right now I'm in a transition. I'm out with a really bad back injury, unfortunately. Really? But so I'm making my transition from here, and it's honestly, the universe is just amazing, and it just gives you what you've been wanting, right? So I've been able to build a business and still be a police officer and still be there and do things, and it's been amazing.
Right.
I should I have CrossFit, Ian. I'm looking. I have CrossFit in the academy. That's what we do. I'm looking at the chat.
The comment there, yeah. Probably not with a bad back, though, right?
Yeah, no, bad. Yeah, with a herniated disc, it's not that much fun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what made you want to go into business?
Yeah. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story. So I started out as a Beachbody coach, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. A year ago,
I got into
Beachbody
coaches. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I love it. I love Beachbody, and I'm still a coach. I'm not building my business like I was. I fell in love with the workout. So 21 Day Fix changed my life. Shakeology has just changed my life. And so I started doing that, and I was reaching women. I was coaching them, because as a Beachbody, like their MLM equals Beachbody coaching, and it really is. So you coach people, and I was coaching women and some men and I was with them through everything, right? Like I was helping them lose weight, but not only lose weight, I was helping them like get happy, get their minds back, and just everything. And but I wanted to reach people on a bigger level. I was building a team in 2 months. I built a team of 8 people underneath me, which is pretty good for 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just really wanted to give more to my team, give more to my people. And I just wanted to reach people on a deeper level. So in August, I took a course by Lexi D'Angelo. She is one of our top business coaches. And she gave me the foundation of what business coaching was. And so I didn't immediately go into think I was going to be a business coach, to be honest with you. I thought I was going to be a confidence coach. I was I was so many different things. I was a confidence coach, I called myself. And then I was a motivational coach, I called myself. And when it came down to it, I always would end up talking business to every single person that I talked to. And I would talk to them for hours. And I found that I really loved it. I love business. I love talking because it lights me up. It lights people who are talking with me up, and how they
can tell.
Yeah, I know. I have so much energy about it, and so
awesome.
I just found that I could talk to people for hours about it, and I'd give people just literally, I'd talk to them for 5 or 10 minutes, give them a little advice, and they're going and they're killing it in their businesses now. And I'm like, what? I need to get paid for this. This is awesome. I want to do more.
Yeah.
So that's what led me to become a business coach.
So it was an unexpected evolution of.
And it exactly. And a lot of people think it's quick. That's the thing. And that's just a common misconception is everybody's like, all right, I'm coming out of the gate and I'm going to do this. And this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to know that it's not always quick. And it's an evolution. It's always changing. And just the most successful people can just go with the flow. Right. And so that's what I do. And if you don't think that I don't incorporate confidence building, I absolutely do. If you don't think that I don't incorporate mindset, you're out of your mind. I do. Motivation. If you talk to any of my followers, I do periscopes, and within 5 minutes, I got them ready to go run a freaking marathon. I'm like, you can do this. And so I'm really big on all of that. But my core of what I do is teaching people I teach women how to depend on themselves. So
sweet.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. So often it's easy to look at somebody and say, oh, wow, they're this overnight success.
Yeah. And it's not true.
But it wasn't.
No.
It's never true.
Never.
Right? It's always been a hard progression, a lot of work, a lot of steps before they got to where they were at.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. And I'll tell you, Gary, one thing that if anybody can just take something out of this conversation, I really want them to take that. Don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 7. And I'm the biggest culprit of this. Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm the girl who loves to run before she can walk. You know what I mean? That's who
I I totally relate.
Yeah, you can relate. And if I do that and I compare myself to, these, millionaires and all these things, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in month, what of my business, and I'm not a millionaire yet. What is, but then that's a mind funk, and it'll just get you going 10 steps back. So don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay. So focus on you, where you are, where you want to go, and not someone else's dream, but your own.
Exactly. And be so thankful for what you've accomplished right now. Even the small, you believe that they're small things, but look at what you've accomplished. And 2 months ago, you were dying. Yes. Gratitude. And exactly. You were dying to accomplish what you have. You know what I mean? So if you set goals, I'm a wicked goal setter. I'm a wicked goal girl. If you're in my Facebook group, if anybody's in here is in my Facebook group, you know that I'm all about setting goals, and I'm all about and measuring those goals, right? And when we measure goals, you can so I have a journal, which happens to be right here. So this is my journal, and anything is possible.
Sweet.
If you can just believe. And so in here, I can show you all of my goals, and then when I've accomplished them. So I can come in and I feel when you do that, you can measure it. You just feel so kick ass. You just feel so amazing about yourself. So and just be thankful that you can accomplish those goals, and then it'll compound, and you'll be skyrocketed. You'll have a good time.
All right. So you went from Beachbody to business coach.
Mm-hmm.
What was that evolution like as far as getting clients, as far as actually turning it into a business for you? I mean, a lot of people struggle and struggle and struggle. I can't get a client. I have all these things I want to do. I have this ability. I have this program, but nobody's buying.
Yeah.
So
yes, I tell you this right now. If I sat here and told you that it was easy, I'd be lying. Absolutely. So when I start, I'm just going to take you back for a moment. So because I know that there could be some MLM followers on here, and I want you to know that I coach a lot of my clients are MLM, and I love MLM. Okay. So just to get that there, so the biggest thing I found when starting a new business is, one, you need to be you. I know you're like, all right, Autumn, everybody says that, that's so cliche, but you're going to find that you're going to be like, all right, well, maybe I should start talking about this because that's what everybody was talking about. Or maybe I should change my brand to look like this because this is what all these top coaches are looking like. And what I just want to ask you to do is just continue to be you and rock your authentic self. And people will seriously, they're waiting for the breath of fresh air. They're waiting for that. And people will seriously, they'll come find you. Sorry, my phone's blowing up. So people will come and find you. And so it's really important, and the second thing is I have to tell you, so I started with Beachbody. I did really well. And then when my focus wasn't on what I was doing, it went downhill. And that's when I decided, okay, you know what? I don't want to do this full time right now. I really want to do my coaching. I want to learn how to be a coach, and I want to get into people's lives, and I really want to help them. I want to be in their back pocket. That is what I wanted. And so, you know what I did, Gary, is I invested in myself, and that's truly what has changed my life. And I invested in myself. I got schooling, I got an education, and then to sit there and be like, oh yeah, it's a fairy tale, and then my business took off. That's a lie. Actually, it didn't. I spent 3 months stagnant in my business because I got all this information, but then my group program ran out, and I was like, I just spent thousands of dollars. I'm not hiring another coach. I'm just not doing it. And for 3 months, I did nothing in my business. And then I finally said, you know what? I'm pulling my head out of my ass. I'm going to find somebody who knows what they're doing, and I want to be coached. So then I got myself a business coach, and literally ever since then, my business has skyrocketed. My mindset's great. My life is changing. Things are just happening because my vibration is lifted. I'm happy. I have support. I have the know-how. I learned all of the knowledge that I needed, but also it's trial and error too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing it, and it was the best thing ever. So for me, all of those things, I was going on a high, then I hit a low, and then I had to pull myself out of it and get myself back on track. And that's what I've done. And that's, I'll tell you right now, it's been a life changer.
Yeah, well, that seems I'm hearing some common themes among a lot of entrepreneurs and business people. They'll spend thousands of dollars on training programs and buy this course, buy that course, and then they go through it and then nothing.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Because they actually have to do something with it. You can't just buy the course and say, hey, all right, come pay me money.
Right? And that's so funny, Gary, because it's exactly what I thought. Is I paid a lot of money, and I had a website right after I got done my group course, and I'm like, all right, they're coming. I'm going to wait right here, and I'm going to wait for my clients because I know they're coming. I have a website, and it's not true.
If you build it, they will come.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so many people do, and then they fail and wonder what went wrong, right?
Right. And it's a hustle. And I know this is so cliche again, okay, but that song by Jay-Z, it's Every Day I'm Hustling. That's my theme song, because every day I'm truly hustling, but I'm doing something that I absolutely love, so it doesn't feel like work. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm out there, and exactly, hashtag hustle. I love it. So
Yeah.
so I'm doing what I love, but I'm consistent. And consistency, I know you hear it a lot, but I'm telling you right now, consistency is key. Showing up every single day and being somebody that people can lean on. And they know you're going to be there. They know you're going to answer their questions. They know you are going to show up every day in Facebook groups and on social media. And that's huge.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. We have these courses, we have these gurus, and they're all telling us different things. How do you cut through the clutter and say, all right, I know they're telling me I could market like this, or I should be doing this Facebook post or this tweet or whatever. Mm-hmm. Cutting through the clutter to find what works for you.
Yeah. Trial and error. Okay. Trial and error. Mm-hmm. So this is what I do. So like I told you, as you guys all know, I'm a cop, right? And so I do a lot of investigative work behind the scenes. So I find people who I absolutely 100% resonate with. For example, both coaches that I hired, awesome. I watched everything that they've ever put out on YouTube. I watched every video. I go way back in their Facebook groups. I analyze every damn post. I see how they interact. I see what people are saying about them. Sweet. I see what they're doing. And then honestly, then that's how I decide I'm going to work with somebody. And I see what they're putting out there, and I see what they're doing, because if I resonate with them, it doesn't mean I want to go and copy them, but if I resonate with them, then they're probably doing things that I like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like for example, I'm just going to be 100% honest with you guys. I don't know how to use Twitter. Like, that's not my thing. Like, I don't have any idea. My coach, my people, I'm on there, and I'll throw some tweets up like you read about, but that doesn't mean I know anything about it. So, but that, for me, that's not a big thing. And so I don't know. I just don't, if it doesn't resonate with me, then I don't do it. I don't know. Does that make sense to you? So I find what resonates.
It does.
And then I do it. That's it.
Well, that requires you to, one, know who you are. Mm-hmm. Two, know where you want to go. Exactly. So that you can cut through all that.
Exactly.
And that can be a hard road for some people to have to examine, do that self-discovery, that self-examination, and actually have to make some hard decisions about what they want to do with their lives.
Yes, absolutely. And I agree. And that's why you hire a coach, because that's seriously though, like, to sit here and tell you, like, I'm just going to be honest with you. To sit here, yes, I mean, I've been a police officer for the past 5 years. Like, I really had to have a good grip on who I was, especially as a police officer, going and doing and handling the things and handling the situations that I've had to handle. Okay, like, I had to know. I had to be 100% confident. Like, look, I can either do this or I can do this, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make these decisions. And I had like split-second decisions, and so like I had to be really confident in who I was. Now, as a police officer, yes, now you come in here and you put me as an entrepreneur who's being extremely vulnerable, who puts herself out there, who tells you, I tell you my story, which as a police officer, we don't do that. We don't do that.
Right.
Like, we're not vulnerable. Like, I'm going to show you what I want you to see. And that is absolutely it. Right. And so, especially as a police officer, and I know there's a lot of people like that, but just in my world that I've, been raised in, I mean, I've been a police officer since I've been 20 years old. So, I mean, literally this little, like little baby, like, got brought up in like this world. And so it's very, it's difficult to step out. Right. And so having somebody in your corner to be like, it's okay. And like, so when things start getting tough, to be like, no, here, this is what you do. I've done this. This works. You look good. You don't look good. You need to change this. When you're having a terrible day, to just have somebody to be like, all right, I'm having a meltdown. It is so, so important to have a coach, and it has helped shape my business like you wouldn't believe. Otherwise, I'd probably still be all over the place, because you're absolutely right. There was so much information. There was so much content. Literally, anything you could ever want to know, you can find for free. But that's not why you hire a coach. Is you hire a coach so that you can get to know, they can get to know you, and that you can build the building blocks together, and you like develop who you are with somebody who knows you. And so you don't have to run around like a chicken with your head cut off looking for the answers and looking for all the how-tos. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, and I just want to call everybody's attention to Ian's comment there. We all have the answers inside us. We just need someone to ask us the right questions.
True. How true.
Yeah.
How true.
And that's what a coach helps you do, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And especially, you know, actually, I just had a conversation with Ian. He's amazing. And he and I were having a conversation about like just trusting your intuition and like reflecting in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so, so important. And that's why like my intuitive business coach, like I really, really bring that to the forefront for my clients and my followers. The people who follow me every day know that that's a huge part of my life and what I want my clients to understand. So thank you so much, Ian. I love it.
Yeah, that's a great comment. You know, we often think of a coach as somebody who they have to have already done it. They have to have had the success that they're trying to help you reach, right? And sometimes people look at it, well, you haven't made $1 million. What are you doing coaching other business people, right? But that's not the role of the coach, is it?
No.
It's to help people bring it out of themselves, not to impose the coach's success on anyone else.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, I like to analogize it to, you know, like the NBA or the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. They have coaches.
They do.
The coaches aren't the ones out there scoring the points and doing all that. And oftentimes they haven't even played at that level, but they are good at bringing out the best in other people and helping them achieve their greatness.
Exactly. Like, so I'm just going to see for any of my New England people, like I'm a New England Patriots girl. So like, let's just take the analogy, exactly what you just used, like Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, right? Like those two, his coach, and you know, they just feed off one another, but his coach really, really helps him. Right. And it's so funny that you bring up this analogy, and I love it, Gary, because I love it because I just literally had a coaching call with another coach, and she said the exact same thing. She's like, you know, I'll never not have a coach. And I was like, you know, I feel the same way, but why? Why do you feel that way? And she's like, well, look at all the most successful people. Look at the president. Look at all the people in the White House. Like they have people like coaching them. She's like, how, you know, and she's got 10K, she's making 10K. She's got 10K goals. You know what I'm saying? And so so the most successful people, they absolutely have a coach too. So I'm never going to not have a coach. I can tell you that.
Yeah, we all need somebody to help us and cheer us on and guide us and be a mentor in many ways.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think, and I know, you know, we're both coaches and, you know, we want to get paid to coach, but you don't have to have a formal coach for them to have a coach, right? There are people in our lives that can act as coaches if we just take advantage of the opportunity. But how often do we try and just go it alone and say, oh, you know, I should be able to do this, right?
I can do it on my own. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Oh, yes. Yes, that's me.
I'm smart. I'm capable. I can do what they did. And if I ask for help, then in some way I'm weak. I'm not good enough.
Exactly. And it's false. That's so false. And I just love what you're saying. Like even as a police officer, okay? So like I had what's called an FTO, which is called a field training officer. So a police officer goes through, I mean, every department's different. Okay. But like I went through, oh my gosh, I went through 18 weeks of like boot camp. And then I went through, another 2 to 3 months of training on top of that. So, I mean, I got trained for a long time, and I had somebody, I had my own FTO coaching me. Like, this is how you make a decision. This is how you become a good officer. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. And like somebody to be like, all right, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm stuck. Okay, well, let me walk you through this. You know what I mean? And so it's just so nice. Exactly what Ian just said. You need to get out of your own head. You need somebody to reflect back to you what you're saying. And then a lot of times like Ian said before, you have the answers. You just need somebody to reflect it back to you and get it out of you.
Yeah. So easy to be caught up in the circumstances in the moment and and miss everything that you already know.
Oh, so
right.
True. So true.
It's just so easy. Oh, I'm so stressed out. I got to get this done. I got to get this done. I got to get this done. How do I do that? Man, I'm overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whereas anyone who has ever reached the highest levels of success has had someone to help them along the way.
True. So true. Huh? I mean, it's just so true.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. So this is what I have to tell you. This is what I find. It's a little, it's funny. And I had the same mindset. And like, I need everybody to know, I'm just going to come clean and tell you I had the same mindset. But, you know, what I find funny is this is what I hear. Well, Autumn, I'm going to work my business and I'm going to make enough money and then I'm going to hire a coach. And I'm like, okay, I had the same mindset. I did. And it got me nowhere.
Yeah.
It got me absolutely nowhere because I needed the coach to take me to the next level. And I'm not saying, like, listen, I'll be honest with you. I met one woman. I met one woman who literally, like, we've been talking and she can literally sort through all of the stuff and put it together. And like, does she need a coach? Yeah. Cause I think everybody's successful does, but like, she's like the only person I've ever even like interacted with that can like just sift through everything and just put it all together. And she's like super kick-ass and she's like creating this like kick-ass business. And I don't even know how she's doing. I have no idea. But for most people like me who need to keep it simple, then, you know, I had to hire a coach and then that's when my business took off. Sorry, I had to readjust.
Oh, not a problem. And even those people who seem to have it all together and can put things all together, they're often the ones who know enough to know that they need that extra help to succeed, exactly. Right?
Yep. She's very clear on that. She's really cool. So it's very cool. But
sweet. Okay, so let me ask you this. For people who are out there, whether they be coaches, whether they be starting some other business, what do you see as, you know, their biggest challenges or the biggest mistakes as far as trying to get clients, trying to get customers?
I think the biggest mistake I see, truly, there's two of them. One is, and it's both the same thing, okay? But one is they're not themselves. They are not authentic. They are cookie cutter. They are just like everybody else, okay? And that I don't like. Look, like for an example, like I'm just me. Look, I'm crazy. I'm showing you my crystals. I'm showing you my journal. But you can relate to that because I'm a normal human being. You know what I mean? Like
you're authentic. Yeah.
Exactly. Like I do periscopes every morning at 9 a.m. Girlfriend doesn't have any makeup on. Her hair's not done. And I'm crazy. But
awesome.
But you can relate to that because who can't relate to waking up and like having to get their minds right? Like that's so. Yeah. Not a lot of mainstream coaches do that because they don't have their makeup on and they don't have all these things done. But I do, and like so that makes me just a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? And to me, you know, and really stepping into my cop brand, like that's me. I haven't found another coach that's like me, and that's what I'm trying to say is for every other coach out there, you have something that there's nobody else like you. Like there is something about you that just sets you apart and we're waiting for it. And like, that's what your potential clients are waiting for, that breath of fresh air, because they're going to resonate with you. And those are going to be your ideal clients. But so many times people are like, no, like I have to, my ideal clients are this and they fit in this box. And so I need to act professional at all times. And there's no realism in what I'm doing. And do you know what I'm like?
Yeah.
It's this fierce circle because this is what happens. And this is the second thing is they don't have confidence in what they're doing, and they don't have confidence because they don't really know what they're talking about because they're not speaking from their heart. They're not coming from their true self. So whereas if you come from your true self, like, listen, I'll tell you right now, I'll talk all you guys' ear off all day long. You want to talk? Let's talk. But that's because because I'm coming from my heart. Do you know what there's just such a difference. And for new coaches, if there's one thing that you can just take from this is just be you, be authentically you. Whatever you love to do, do it. And guess what? I guarantee your potential clients are gonna. There's people that just love to do what you do too, and they're just waiting for somebody to be public about it. So those are two big things that I would just. If new coaches could just see and just understand it, because I did it. Like, that's the thing, is I tried to be just like my coach. Like, I tried to be just like her. Like, I tried to do everything she did, everything she said, and it wasn't me. It was her, and she's amazing, and she's very successful, but I was not being successful as a coach because I wasn't me. I was her.
Yeah, we spend so much time trying to be who we think other people want us to be.
Isn't that the truth?
Right. And it's so, we think there are these rules, right, about how we should act, how we should be, how we should express ourselves, that so often we're afraid to actually just be ourselves and show the real you.
Yep.
Right. Whereas, and that's what holds us back.
So much.
Right.
So much. Like, and that's where a good coach comes in. Like, for an example, a couple of weeks ago, I was having like this mind block, and I was like, look, I was talking to my coach, and I'm like, look, I'm really like struggling here, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, look, just tell your story. And I'm like, what? I ain't telling my story. I ain't telling what are you talking about? Like, I'm not saying that. And she's like, no, like, seriously. Like, and like, so I'll tell you. So it's fear. Fear right now has been a constant theme in my life. And that's why, if you haven't already noticed, so in my Facebook group, I have a free Fight Your Fear challenge, and it begins on Monday, because the whole point behind that is because fear has been such a big theme in my life, and it could have crippled me. And in fact, it did. In different times of my life, I've let it win, and I haven't been successful. And so I'm now kind of stepping into my own power and being like, okay, you know what? Screw fear. Yeah. Punch it in the face. That's what I'm saying. I love to punch fear right in the face, because, and so I'm like, screw that. Like, I'm not going to do that. And that's what held me back. That's why for 2 or 3 months in my business, I was completely stagnant. I was just there. Like, I was there, and I wasn't going anywhere. And so to have my coach in my corner be like, it's okay, Autumn. Like, literally kind of hold my hand and be like, seriously, like, people can resonate with that. And then when I told my story, people were like, thank you so, like, I needed this. Like, I had a woman message me and told me I made her cry. And I'm like, wait, I didn't mean to make you cry. And she's like, no. Like,
well, that's good.
Yeah. She's like, no, I needed this. This is exactly what she's like, you were in my head. And that's what I'm trying to say is, because I was just being real and authentic, guess what? People can relate with that. So.
Yeah. Awesome. So facing your fear. Now I'm going to offer a little bit of a different take on that, because, the way I look at fear is it's simply a red flag. It's just a signal saying, I feel something is being threatened, right? Yep. So I have this saying that I use with my clients is, don't conquer your fear, conquer what makes you afraid.
I like it. Yes. So
that's just a signal. That fear is a signal that there's something going on, that something we care about is feeling threatened, right? And so when we can recognize that, we can get past it and say, okay, what is it that is that I'm worried about? What is this fear signaling? And then, all right, now I'm going to go kick butt on that, right? As well, fear can be your friend. Yes. Because it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was for me, like, every day on patrol. Like, if I didn't fear, if I wasn't just a little bit scared, then I was going to be lazy, and I was going to get myself killed, to be honest. That's how
kept you alive.
Yeah. So, fear is good. You just have to learn how to handle it, and don't let it take over.
Yeah, I don't know if are you familiar with the book, The Gift of Fear?
I am.
By Gavin de Becker?
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I have it somewhere. Yeah, I do. I have it. Actually, it's right down in my book.
Hey.
Yes, I do. I gotta show you, just so you can believe.
Awesome.
Yep, I have it.
Perfect.
It's a cop book. So I have like this whole like section of like police books, and that's like one of them.
I was going to say, anyone teaching defensive tactics has to have that book.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
It's a good book. So, but that's a completely different topic. But
I agree. We could talk about that for hours, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'd love to spend hours talking to you about the whole defensive tactics world, but that's...
We can do that next time. How's that? We'll do that next time.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. All right. So if you had someone come to you and say, you know what, I want to get, say, 5 clients in the next 30 days. I've got to have clients because, well, I'm starting my business. I got to feed my family, and you know, I'm a little nervous and I don't know what to do. Where do I start?
Absolutely. So there's some steps. I'm a step girl. Like, I need structure. I'm a list in my head, like, kind of girl. And so this is exactly like what my clients come to me, and that's exactly what they say. So this is what I tell them. I say, okay, so first thing that we need to do is we need to establish who your ideal client is. How we're going to do that is you are going to get out there and you're going to do some market analysis. You're going to talk to people, build relationships with people. None of this, like, sometimes questions and sometimes surveys are good. But if somebody's fierce about making money in 30 days, then they need to be getting on the phone and creating real relationships with people. So I tell them to do that. Get out there, ask, give them some free coaching, ask them questions. Then from there, you're going to come back and we're going to, and that happens like very quickly within days. And we're going to come back and we're going to create a program. Now, if you're a new coach, you need to understand business is all about momentum, and it's all about building momentum. That was something that I didn't understand in the beginning, because I was like, oh no, like, I'm charging like this much, and like my time is like worth this much. And then my coach, she kind of brought me back and was like, yes, Autumn, like, your time is very valuable. She's like, I don't want you to think that. I don't want you to think that you can't help your clients, but nobody knows who the F you are. So what the heck? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. So start off small. Okay. Just start off small prices. Get yourself out there, and offer them so much content that they're like so much value and content, and just seriously like wow the shit out of them for the price that they're paying, that they can't even say no. They're like, holy shit, like, really? Like, I can't, like, for an example, like my first package ever, and I sold it out within a week and a half. It was a group program. It was priced at $197. It was a full week group program. They each got like two intensives with me. We had classes every week. They got workbooks, and now they have their own mastermind that they all literally, it was only 10 women. I wanted it very exclusive, very tight niche, very small. To this day, they still, like, this morning, they're all in there talking to one another. Like, they bounce ideas off one another. They're helping each other grow. And that's awesome. That really is what set my business on fire, because I was able to give a ton of value for not a high price point. And not only that, within my first session with one client, she booked a $400 client, like, within a day. Like, we had big results. I had another girl who's on MLM. She brought in, her goal was 2, but she really wanted 4. So I pushed her, and we ended up bringing in 4 clients and hitting her goal. And so now she's going to Las Vegas on a paid trip in April. Like, so it was just, yeah. So like, I just built the momentum. I over delivered. And that's what I would tell anybody who's just starting out. Build your momentum, get out there, talk to people, create relationships, over deliver, and then they're going to come back and they're going to talk to you. And then everybody's going to want to know what the F is going on. But they're like, who's this person? Like, she's like, or he or she's like, they're awesome. Like, I need to be in on that. And then that's how you create raving fans. And be you. Just be you and be real. Because guess what? Everybody can spot somebody who's fake a million miles away, right? Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and you can market yourself from here until tomorrow, but until someone else is actually talking about you, and sharing you and being your fan and saying, hey, Autumn is freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not, yeah.
It's hard. It is hard. It's not easy, but it's very, like I said, I'm telling you right now, within like 3 weeks of having a coach, I filled that program up, sold out, and made 2K in 2 weeks. For that kind of momentum, that was like the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. Like I didn't even know. Like you should have seen me, Gary. I think I was like on like cloud 9, like the whole month. Like I just couldn't believe that I did that.
So. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
So how do you find your clients? How did you find that first group of 10?
So here's this thing. I'm going to tell you a secret. Ready? No paid advertising, no Facebook ads, no nothing. I did.
That's heresy.
Yep. I know. Well, and like honestly, I see like I'm in some bigger groups of Facebook, and I know you are too. And I see these people, and they're like, I'm spending all this money on Facebook ads and blah blah blah. And yes, I do agree at a point in your business, Facebook ads are kick ass. But that does not create raving fans. That does not create relationships for you. How I did it, I just created relationships. I mean, listen, when I tell you I was hustling, Gary, I wasn't bullshitting you. I was hustling. I mean, I'm in there. I'm talking to people. I'm commenting. I'm liking. I'm asking questions. I'm offering free coaching. I offered so many free coaching sessions. And then people were like, holy shit, like she's the real deal. I'm like, yeah, no, like I'm not going to lie to you. Like if you know me, then you know I'm no bullshit. But nobody knew that until working with me. So get out there, offer free stuff. What do you got to lose? And people are like, well, I'm not offering anything for free because, that's not making me money. And it's like, well, you sitting there isn't making you any money either. So
right, exactly. Not making any money now.
Exactly. So Facebook, literally Facebook groups, Gary, and I still do it to this day. Like in my business is fine. Like I'm doing very fine in my business, and nothing's paid yet. Like I pay for my website and I pay for my coach. That's what I pay.
Low overhead.
It is. It's amazing. And I just wish people would just, like I told you, like my acronym is KISS, which is keep it simple, stupid. And I just wish people would just do that. Because like so many people, like I have a client and I love her very dearly, but her first thing was like, I need to pay and get a logo. What do you need a logo for? Oh, clients are going to come as soon as I get a logo. And I'm like, no, they're not. No, don't waste your money on that. I didn't have a logo. I didn't have anything. And to tell you the truth, my website was shit in the beginning. Like it was under construction. So to think you got to have all these things, no, just all you got to do is be real and just create relationships, and people are going to come.
Yeah. So you got to not only keep it simple, stupid, not only kiss, but tell.
Yes.
Right? Kiss and tell. Yes. This is a time when it's okay to kiss and tell, right? Keep it simple, and then tell everybody who you are, and be yourself.
Be yourself. And it's a lot of mind work. Like my girl in here, Alicia, she mentioned high vibing, hashtag high vibing. Like I preach that so much, because when you are high vibing, when you're vibing really high and you're putting out to the universe like really good stuff, it's coming back to you immediately. But if you're low vibing and you're like, I suck, I'm never going to get any clients, why would anybody want to work with me? Yeah, you're right. Who the hell would want to work with you? Like,
Yeah. Attitude matters.
Oh, hands down.
And perspective, and your perspective on the world, your perspective on life, your perspective on your ability to succeed can make or break you, right? If you think, oh, I'm never going to make it, I'm never going to be as good as so-and-so, I'm never going to, make my first 6-figure year, whatever. You're right. You're not.
Whatever you think, you're right. Absolutely.
So I like that. High vibing. I'm going to have to remember that.
Vibe high. Yes.
Sweet. Yeah. If I just get into the right balance of things, then everything will work out, right?
It's true. It's true. Like the things that have happened to me, I could never even imagine in my wildest dreams. that they would happen. The universe just, I put it out there and I stayed high vibing, which is not easy. And that's another thing. Like my coach, even though she's a business coach, just like me, even though I'm a business coach, like it's really big. Like we have to keep our mindsets right. Like we have to be high vibing. So it's really, really important.
Yeah. You have to cultivate that mindset, though, right? It takes work. You have to do it every single day.
That's why I'm on Periscope every single day. and I'm teaching my women, and men are on there too. But I'm teaching my people, like, look, in order for you to be successful and manifest what you want, then you need to stay high vibing. And we do it. We do, like, in the mornings. We do so many different things. I call it Lady Boss Tea Time. So anybody, feel free to follow me at Periscope at Autumn Clifford. Pretty simple. But yeah, I mean, we do tapping. So I just started tapping. I don't know anything about it, but I'm learning and it's working and we are loving it. We talk about manifestations. We talk about affirmations. We talk about crystals, sages. We talk about angel cards. We talk about, thank you for sharing that, Alicia. You'd love to see me do a tap dance. Well, I'm not very good at tapping. Tap dance. But yeah, so I mean, that's what we do. And we get our minds right every single morning for the day in order to be productive and to have a high vibing day. So that's what I do.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I teach my clients is to start off your day with something positive, with whether it be a positive power statement or.
I love it. Yes.
Because you set the tone.
Hands down.
The day doesn't set the tone for you, right?
Exactly.
Unless you let it.
Exactly. Yep. You're absolutely right.
So the question for everyone out there is, what tone are you setting for yourself? Exactly. What tone are you setting for your day?
Mm-hmm. And if it's crappy, it's your fault. You need to fix it. And you can.
That's right.
And you can fix it.
You absolutely can.
Absolutely.
It's a choice.
Such a choice. Like, and everybody's like, well, Autumn, how do I do that? Easy. Stop whatever the heck you're doing right now and think or do something else. If you're sitting in a cubicle, you can't get up. I want you to just start writing 20 things that you love about yourself. Write it down. If you can't get up. If you can get up, then go for a walk. If you can take a 20-minute power nap, take a 20-minute power nap, stop the momentum, reset yourself, and then do that, wake up. If you can meditate, do that. If you can listen to something like an audio, whatever you can do, you can do it.
Start tap dancing. Thank you, Ian.
Exactly. If you can tap dance, do that.
You have to have a pattern interrupt, right? You get in this pattern of this down, negative energy, negative thoughts. You got to interrupt it, or it's going to keep going, right? Because we get in these rhythms, we get in these patterns, and they will perpetuate if we don't do something to change them. So if we get in a negative pattern, then we're going to stick in that negative pattern until we do something different.
Exactly.
Right? But if we get in the positive pattern, get that positive rhythm, then we can make something happen in our lives.
Quickly. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is when you're high vibing, you can manifest and things can happen very quickly for you. Very freaking quickly. Like, for an example, like I had a goal of like hitting 300. I'm growing my Facebook group and I've kept it really exclusive and private and small for a reason because I didn't I like that feel. But then I was like, all right, it's time to just open my circle. And so, I manifested by Sunday, I want to be at 300. And I think today I'm at 279. So, I mean, it's pretty good because I only need 21 more people in my group and then I hit my 300. So it's easy once you're high vibing,
Awesome. Absolutely. So tell the ladies out there the name of your group. So if they want to join you, want to learn more and work with you.
Absolutely. It's Fierce.
What is it?
It's Fierce Female Entrepreneurs on a Mission. And there's my link. The link is in the chat. Thank you, Alicia.
Awesome.
So the link is in the chat. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it. So my girls are on here supporting me and I love it.
Perfect. There's your raving fans.
Yeah, there they are. Yep. So make sure you come on in there. It's an exclusive. It's exclusive. And it's awesome. Do you need, it's so funny. Ian and I had this conversation today. He was being so funny. he's gonna have his own fierce. What did you say, Ian? It was so funny. He goes, I'm gonna have my own Facebook group. It's gonna be called Fierce, Fierce Females Without Any Lady Parts or something. It was so funny. Yeah, fierce people without lady parts. It was so funny.
Yeah, you know, I see all these cool groups for ladies out there, and I go, hey, that's not fair. What about us guys?
Yeah, so it is so funny, Gary, because I was having this conversation in my head last night, to be honest with you. I said, you know, I have this group and it's only women. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is I might just have another group, because I did it initially because I felt like women may be just more comfortable if it's just men. But now that I've been out in the world, like, and out in Facebook groups, like, there's some really kick-ass groups that are have both. Yeah. Let's do it, Ian. I think we should do it.
Guys are cool too. Thank you.
Yes. So.
Perfect.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. Well, we'll be watching for that.
Yes. You have to come in.
Absolutely. Woo-hoo! Absolutely. I'm all for it.
That's awesome. I love it.
I love to be around people who have energy and enthusiasm and who build you up, right? Because that's just, life isn't any fun if you're not.
Oh my God. I'm telling you. And I think we've all been there, haven't we? Haven't we all been there?
Yes.
And it's just like, man, it's like we're trudging through a swamp. Isn't it crazy? It's like we're trudging through a swamp, and yeah, it's hard. It's so hard. And you know, I have to tell you, I've been living like that. Like, you know, here's my reel. So I have a herniated disc, and I've been dealing with like not being able to work out. And like, I'm a big worker outer girl. Like I love to do that.
Yeah.
I've been able to go for my walks and go for my runs and just release and just be a normal person. And I haven't been able to do all these things. And then yesterday I had some kick-ass news, and I just felt like I don't need surgery. So it's a really big deal. Okay. So like, I just felt like
that is awesome.
1,000 pounds lifted off my shoulders. And literally I went and it was beautiful. It was 70 degrees in Maine. And for that to happen in March was like a huge deal. So I just felt so high vibing yesterday. I was like, this is life. Like, this is how you're supposed to feel. And I feel so fucking good. And the sun was shining, and it was just amazing. And I even did a Periscope for my followers, because I wanted them to see, like, this is high vibing. This is when amazing
beautiful
things happen.
Yeah.
Get here.
Life is good.
Yes, it really is.
It is. Life is awesome.
It is amazing.
All right. So, and you have been an amazing guest. Now, tell people, if they wanted to work with you one-on-one as a coach, how would they do that?
Just find me. No, so Alicia or Amanda, will you write down my website for everybody? It's very simple. It's autumnclifford.com. Come there. Right down at the bottom. I think that's how you emailed me, Gary. Just email me. Shoot me an email. Yes. Find me on Facebook. Shoot me a private message. And listen, here's the thing, is I work specifically with women, but I'll tell you right now, if there's a guy who really feels like they're resonating with me and we're a kick-ass fit, then let's do it. I'm all about it. And it was just,
perfect.
I just want to work with the right people. And that's what I attract. Like, I work really hard to attract the right people. You don't need lady parts. No, Ian, you don't need lady parts. But I want to.
There is hope.
Yes, there is hope. Woo! Yeah, so just come get at me. I actually am really, really excited. So if you're not in my Fierce Female Entrepreneurs on a Mission group, get in there, because if you're a female, because Monday we start a free Fight Your Fear and get book clients challenge. It's gonna be kick-ass. Like, literally, it should be a paid for course, but I'm not. I'm making it free. It's gonna be daily classes. Bye, Ian. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Ian.
So it's going to be free classes every day on video, free worksheets every day, and no opt-in necessary. And then we have an interactive live course every night
Sweet.
on Periscope. So I can literally coach you.
Wow.
Yeah, all for free. So get your booty in there. I'm excited. I am so excited about it.
Okay. You practice what you preach, over delivering with value and really out there helping your people.
Gary, I have to tell you that being a law enforcement officer, I've had the opportunity to work for many, many, many different supervisors, okay? Some I had a great amount of respect for, and others I did not. And if there's one thing that I learned, it's I prefer to lead from the front. So I prefer for everybody to see that I'm going to do what I tell you to do. So I would never ask any one of my clients to do anything that I have not already done. So it's a really big thing for me. So that's just what I do in my business, because to me, that's how you get respect, and respect is everything. So.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And that is a great note to end on. So, and I've kept you here for almost an hour, and I appreciate it. Yeah, you have been so awesome. The time just flies.
This has been amazing. This is so much fun, and we're gonna have to make a blab for this.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about self-defense and the gift of fear.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes. I want to do it.
Let's do it. I'm excited. I'm so excited. And be looking, because I am going to create a Facebook group. So I want you in there, Gary, and all of my fellow
I will be there.
Entrepreneurs. Come on in. Yes.
Fabulous.
Thank you so
all
much.
Right.
Gary.
So I'm going to.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone who has been on and gave their comments. Woo-hoo! And participation has been awesome. You people rock.
Yes, they do.
And thank you to anyone who watches the replay too, because that's going to be up. We're going to share it, and check out Autumn. Work with her. It's just so awesome. And I'm going to put a plug in for my website as well, since this is my show. Thrivebeat.com, and I'm launching a 14-day Thrive Challenge, absolutely free. Woo! So check that out as well.
Love it.
It will be fun.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'll have to, you know what? Give me the link, and I'm going to share that in my Facebook group. How about that?
I will do that. Actually, I'm gonna put it in here right now.
Yes, do that. That sounds awesome. That sounds kick-ass.
Let's see if I can type.
If you can type.
There it is.
Woo-hoo! I love it.
It'll be fun. So, sweet. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, and thank you everybody for watching. I'm going to stop the recording, and then we'll wrap up here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gary, and I will